Oh, it's been said a bard's life can often be a hard life, or hill and dale to rove and always move from town to town. And some folk have inquired if ever we grow tired of ranging all around the world and never settling down.
But one should be a little wary of remaining stationary. 'Cause comfortable is lovely, but it's not the way we grow. When life starts to unravel, pick up your pack and travel. You'll find a strange serenity in places you don't know. Wriggle-dee-dum-dee-doo-rat-terry-o-dee. There's so much to see beyond the open door. It's outward bound we go. Who knows what we'll find that we've never found before. Adventures waiting further down the road. It's waiting for you further down the road. You've got no map for showing which direction you are going.
But why start on a journey if you know where it will end?
And once you recognize,
to anticipate surprise, you'll relish every twist and turn that lies around the bend. Wriggle-dee-dum-dee-doo-da-terry-o-dee-da-dee-da-dee. There's so much to see beyond the open door. It's outward bound we go. Who knows what we'll find that we've never found before. Adventures waiting further down the road. It's waiting for you further down the road.
The world has got its demons. There are many reasons why you'd find it harder to be brave than be afraid.
But every life could use some danger. Every friend was once a stranger. Ships are safe in harbor, but that's not why ships are made.
Wriggle-dee-dum-dee-doo-da-terry-o-dee, dee-dee, a fwit-dee-dee-dee-dee. There's so much to see beyond the open door. It's outward bound we go. Who knows what we'll find that we've never found before. Adventures waiting further down the road. It's waiting for you further down the road. Adventures waiting further down the road.
Let's go!
Greetings, adventurers. I actually just did this without even thinking about it. Welcome to tonight's show. Hi, everyone. And I want to say hi to everybody who's on board tonight. Tonight, we've got, I see Skylark is here and Fantasy Palette. Of course, let's see. Who else is there? I just saw, did I see Blondie there? The Laurel Bush. All right. Hi. And Johnny O'Twitch, Sir Dave, good to see you all. Let me see. I hope I didn't miss anybody there. I'm looking at Zalani. Yeah, there we go. Welcome, 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 my friends. We are. I'll make sure we're all good here on this. I have one connection that's like looking like weird, but the other connection looks just fine. Anyway, what's up, y'all? I hope everyone's having a great night tonight. This is tonight. We're just gonna be talking about our the D&D tour. What is that, you say? Well, yes, my friends, the Dungeons and Dragons tour with Ren Adventures is about to happen. Next week, I will be getting on a plane. We'll be going to England. Starting in Scotland with Shakespeare, with Mab, with Josh, who was one of our Patreon saints there. He still is. We're gonna be having quite the adventure. And my gosh, a hype train tonight just with us. Oh, you guys are sweet. Well, if you would like to hype train, go for it. I am pretty psyched myself, so hype away. I just wanted to go over kind of what was happening and say hi to everybody, and maybe go over some of those characters that we might encounter during the tour, as it were. So, you guys tell me what you might want to talk about, or what you want me to talk about for the tour. Obviously, what are we doing? Well, what we're doing is we're going to the United Kingdom, starting with Scotland, and then we're headed down to Muncaster, which is in Cumbria. And as I say in my show, Cumbria, the very north of England, or the very south of Scotland. It depends on your opinion. So, Muncaster, of course, is the castle that I'm a jester of, winning the international jester competition many years ago. And yes, Charming Disaster. And let's get sidetracked. I just saw them the other week. And then it's funny because I feel like I just saw them again, but actually I just watched somebody else's home video of them doing a burlesque show with Charming Disaster. It's a long story. But then I was just hanging out with them. Shoot, where were we? My brain's gone. No, and yes, yeah, no, yes. And we had a little business meeting, so we're talking about doing some tour stuff with them as well. So yeah, love Charming Disaster. Oh my god. For those of you who don't know, they are, first of all, they're awesome. Secondly, they have actually come on our show and done some music for us. They were here for our Halloween special 2 years ago. And they are a hoot. They are fantastic. And I highly recommend them. If you ever see them in your part of town, go see them. And I would go if you tour with them and they come to Nashville again. Yeah. They do go to Nashville, and it'd be so much fun. Oh my god. So long stories with those guys. They are fantastic. Let's see. So the tour, I said we're starting in Scotland, we're starting in Edinburgh. We're going to fly into Edinburgh, and then we're going to actually have a whole day there. We're going to go, of course, it's kind of like we've already actually talked to some of the players and had kind of like a session 0 with them. And we're hopefully going to have a session 0 with my group, which I have not yet done yet, but they've got their characters going, and basically we land in Edinburgh. We're gonna hang out. We're gonna have a welcoming feast, and then the next day, we're probably, of course, we're gonna talk about characters and all that other jazz, and do all the things, meet and greet everyone, have a few drinks. It'll be great, and then the next day, we will walk down into the center of Edinburgh, and we're going to go to the Edinburgh Castle, which is quite a pretty cool castle. I don't know if any of you have been there. I was there several years ago, and one of the really cool things that they have there, as a side note, the castle is really awesome. They also have a cannon called Mons Meg, and it is literally... first of all, it's like 800 years old. I think it was built in the 1200s. And it shoots a cannonball made of stone, a gigantic, like 2-foot diameter ball of rock. And, first of all, you have to carve it. You have to carve a rock. Like, I would like to send this rock at an extremely high velocity over there through that, whatever that is. I mean, that, but you have to carve it and make it round, and Anyway, it seems like a lot of work, but apparently it was enough to to cause trouble. But it's still there. It's pretty awesome. It's really wild. So let me see. Just notice charm disaster. I'm just looking at the thing. Yes, the Halloween episode was really awesome. Yes, I would. And Zelani, if we got time, we are gonna do that this coming Halloween. It's already what? It's end of June. We're already planning for that stuff. So it's going to be pretty awesome. But I'm going to get to that in a moment. And so we're going to actually tour the castle. And then we come back. We're actually going to grab some food. And then we're going to come back to the place that we're staying, which is a really, really awesome hotel. And then we're going to play some D&D that night. And that's going to be our opening session. And the reason, of course, we're going to Edinburgh is that Edinburgh, to me, is kind of the closest thing to the city of Magecroft, which is where this adventure starts. And it's funny because, of course, my opinions of my own city that I created are varied. But basically what it is, it's like it's just got that nitty gritty built up shapes that you just make that medieval city what it really is, which is really awesome. And so we're gonna go there, do that first adventure. The very next night we head down the road and we're gonna go to Carlisle. Now, for those of you familiar with the world of Urt, there is a city called Shark Isle. Coincidence? I think not. Anyway, Shark Isle is the home of it's the biggest place of the worship of Jawsus. So, of course, there is a city of Carlisle. And we're going to actually go to Carlisle and go visit the oldest cathedral there. And hopefully our players... So basically what the idea is that the players will have found the mystical, magical, religious relic from the Temple of Jawsus that they need. And they will basically then we're going to go to Carlisle for real, in real life, and then do a little tour of that cathedral. It's a really cool cathedral. It's also extremely old and really cool. And then we're going to go to the oldest pub in town, which is older than this country. And we're going to go there. We're going to go for lunch. And yes, I have this all planned out. And we're going to go there for lunch. And then that is when we're going to begin the next stage of the adventure, which is an adventure headed towards Muncaster Castle, which we will head to Muncaster Castle. And then we're going to actually stay there for 5 days and 4 nights. And that's old. Yes, Blondie. It's so old. Nearly 300 years old. The country. The pub is way older than that, actually. And the building that the pub is in is actually older than that. Anyway, it's got a long history. And neatly, the pub literally holds only slightly more than our entire tour. So we're actually just going to come in there, be one big group, and just take over the pub. Is going to be great. And so good times. Then we get to Muncaster Castle. We'll meet Lord Muncaster himself. And truth be told, he is not technically a lord anymore. He does not have the lord title because, of course, people recently discovered that that whole thing was just a pyramid scheme. I don't know if I can blink bigger. Pyramid scheme. That's right. It's a pyramid scheme. And so basically you pay the you pay the queen, the crown, a certain amount of money to be a lord. And they were like, yeah, we don't need that. We need our money to uphold this castle, which is really expensive. So yeah, 300 years. Dwarf barely old enough to drink there. Yeah. What does a dwarf do for the first 300 years of their life? I'm pretty sure they drink small beer. Don't worry. Hey, thanks for the resub there, Ick the Troll. Had a great time with you in Tennessee, and I was so glad we got to talk. It was fantastic. I recommend the Tennessee Fair, my friends. We're gonna get where I'm hoping, fingers crossed, that we're gonna get Dice Nights into the Tennessee Fair next year, and so we're gonna have adventures and all sorts of great things going on at the Tennessee Fair. So hopefully we'll get that. So I'm begging you all to come out to the fair. It's going to be a great time. I digress. Let's see. We get to Muncaster. There's in the story, no spoilers really. In the story, there's a festival happening at Muncaster. It's very nice. It's fun. And then, of course, adventure happens. Dangerous things ensue. Tom Fool in this storyline, this world, in this time, has passed away long ago, and all that remains is his very trickstery ghost, which does lots of tricky things. So, whereas in real life, if you talk to anybody at Muncaster, they will tell you how tricky that ghost is, because weird things happen around there, and I can neither confirm nor deny any existence of any ghosts, but it's just wacky. I will say, oh yeah, what was I gonna say? Oh yes. So can you blame a ghost? I don't know, but I was there. This is several years ago, and one of Lord Muncaster's kids, they were teenagers. They were like, "Hey, you want to wear the last Lord Muncaster's hat?" And I was like, "Yeah." So the last Lord Muncaster that actually existed was during the Napoleonic Wars, and so he had like the whole big, like officer's hat, the little weird shaped thing, and the little epaulets and stuff, and it was up in a box in some room somewhere in that castle. By the way, that castle is huge, and they don't even know how many rooms it has. And again, you go, how do you not know how many rooms you have? Well, what do you call a room? Is it a room or is it a closet? Because the closets in that building are bigger than some of my apartments that I've had. And is that a closet or is it a room? No one knows. So they're like, yeah, the place has between 110 and 95 rooms. And then it's got like some extra spaces. So who even knows? Blondie, no, actually not a tri-corner hat, a bi-corner hat, like one of the flat ones that goes this way. It's like the admiral, like you see the British Admiralty, but he was just a general. Yeah. So that kind, big old, and it was in a metal box. It was really awesome. We go and we open it up and I put it on. I take all these pictures with my digital camera, because I had a digital camera, and everything got erased. It was nothing but static on that card when I got back. So Tom Fool, at least I can blame him for that. I don't know. They all mimic rooms. Maybe the rooms themselves are mimics. Oh man, that's a great idea, Reverend Tommy. I'm writing that down. Boy, don't give the DM ideas like that. That's literally like a mimic room. He just wanders around the castle, and then like maybe he's yeah. But I got to wear it. They were just like, yeah, sure, put this on. I was like, this should be in a museum. And they're just like, whatever. We got crap lying around the house. They have so much stuff lying around. There's a room, an actual room, full of beds, just mattresses, actually. Mattresses from the 1800s. They're basically big sacks full of hay. And they were just like, there's like 100 of these. They're literally stacked to the ceiling. And they're just like, yeah, we just stacked them up. The castle used to have like 100 people living there back in the 1800s and before. But now it's just the family because nobody needs to live in a castle except for the like the gardeners. Even the gardeners don't live in the castle; they live nearby. So like it's just not the same. It's just not the same. Anyway, so there is an owl sanctuary at Muncaster. So we're gonna go hang out with the owls. We're gonna do a little falconry stuff. It's gonna be really cool. We're gonna do some archery, pat, 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 some actual archery, and 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 then we're actually gonna go. Oh, so we're gonna go to this cute little town called Ravenglass, and it is a gorgeous, cute little seaside village, just very north coast of England kind of thing. Adorable, Ravenglass. But that as soon as the tide rolls out and the fog rolls in, that town is covered with Cthulhu monsters. I mean, it's such a shame. Such a shame. That poor little town. Spoiler alert. So we're going to go hang out at Ravenglass. There's some things that we're going to go search. It is an ancient town. People have been inhabiting that area for, thousands of years. But there is evidence of Romans. The Romans were here. Yeah, way up north. Again, this is just below Hadrian's Wall. So, I mean, yeah, that's the north part of Britain, of Roman Britain. So, oh, Reverend Tommy, I sub your channel, so you get paid the same, I don't know, $3.99. But honestly, Reverend Tommy, he is invaluable to Nat 21, and I don't know, we would just be lost and set afloat adrift without him. So go check out Reverend Tommy's channel, and and go check out Ick the Troll's channel too. Jawozawem is your yes, of course. Sorry. Why didn't I get that? Anyway, yes. So this is funny. I don't know if anybody else has gone out there. Have you been to Chester or like the furthest reaches of the Roman Empire, right? Well, I did get it. I did. It just took me a second because I thought you were trying to make like a Jawsus joke, and then it was like, wait, that's no, I can't even. If you mangle the letters, it says Jawsus, but yeah. Then it was like Jewuzawem. Yes, Wom is your friend. Sorry. Yes, it's just sorry. Wasn't paying. I'm doing all the things. I'm doing all the things tonight. I'm drinking the drinks and I'm watching the scrolling. I'm trying to have a reasonable conversation all at the same time. So I have found that it's the people that are at the fringes of the empires that really, like those British guys that are there, like they are like so into the Romans. They're just so proud that the Romans made it that far that they're just like, they're hoping, they're wishing, praying for some sort of DNA connection to Romans. Meanwhile, like Londoners are kind of like, whatever, like, sure. And I mean, Romans, they're absolutely, the modern Romans, they're absolutely like, whatever. Oh my God. They're so sick and tired of Roman stuff. Let me just say, because you can't build anything there without hitting some Roman work. You put a shovel in the dirt and you just like, you never get anything done. Anyway, reasonable conversation. Us, me, no. Tangent City. That's a great idea. Tangent City. Hello, welcome to Tangent City. Oh my gosh. You literally could go anywhere from there, but you have to talk about it. Ooh. Ooh. All right. Anyway, one of the other things that we're going to do is we are going to go to Levens Hall. That's Leven. I'm just going to write it down here. Levens Hall. I just put it in the chat. Levens Hall is the place where Lewis Carroll was inspired to write Through the Looking Glass. And when I say inspired, I mean he just yoinked the whole thing out of there and then just put it in his book. Levens Hall is home to topiary gardens and hedge mazes and crazy, crazy trees that have been carved and just all sorts of crazy stuff. And the building itself, the hall, has hearts, clubs, spades, all the things that are in the deck of cards. And it's just, he literally just sat around and went, yeah, yoink, yeah, yoink. I mean, that's what I do. So, I mean, it's nice to know that he's well above me in the writing department, but hey, if he can steal a bunch of stuff from people, so can I. So if the pros are doing it, check it out. Anyway, see, hang on. I'm reading X thing. I enjoy going to Boston because that meant getting away from all the Civil War stuff here in the South. Oh, yes, but nope, there's Civil War stuff up there too. Depends on what you call Civil War. I lived in Boston for a little while, and I was like, oh, you guys can't give up the revolution, can you? Holy smokes. Whoo, boy. Yeah, they're the Freedom Trail, all that stuff. But I hear you. I mean, at least they won. Yeah. Was it it's Simpsons has been around 5 times longer now than the Confederacy, so what you gonna do? Anyway, so we're gonna go to Levens Hall. We're gonna tour the gardens. We're gonna do all the things. It's gonna be really cool, and we're gonna have a little bit of a weird, it gets weird. So there's gonna be a little episode where it just gets a little weird. No spoilers. I'm so trying not to spoil so hard. And then let's see what else. 6 times longer. Nice. Yeah. Sir David, yeah. The Simpsons have been around forever. The Confederacy, not so much. So then we have the adventure. We kind of go on real adventures. We go on adventures of the mind. And then the last night at Muncaster, we have a hero's feast or a wake, depending on how the adventure turned out. So I kid, but I also don't kid, because it's going to get dangerous. It's going to get deadly. And it's really funny because after talking to all of Shakespeare's players, they're like, yeah, I bought some backup characters just in case. And I was like, oh, okay. These guys, they are ready for, yes, Blondie, of course you would be vote for the wake. There's so many, I tell you, I mean, this is our first one, right? We're getting back from after 2 years of delay from COVID. We are doing this, and it's going to be great. And I tell you, I have so many more ideas now to make it even better for the next time. So next time it's going to be even better. So nothing wrong with this one, of course, but the next one is going to be even crazier. They are ready for the mimic rooms. Just, you thought you were in a tavern. Turns out you were in a mimic. So that's, but what I wanted to do was I wanted to have everybody have their caricature of their character. And then if we, We're budgeting for round 3. Oh, awesome, Zalani. And like if they died, we'd get the castle to print up like their caricature of their character and then like frame it and then like put it on the wall in the castle when we have the final dinner, and you can be their like you can be their next of kin, and you're like, oh my gosh, you look just like him, it's so sad. Hopefully they still actually saved the world from the inevitable giant destruction thing that's happening, of course. And so who knows, but let's see. The bed could be in the mouth and it eats you while you sleep. There you go. Just like a crocodile waiting for you to clean its teeth. Deathbed, the bed that eats. I think that was a movie. Look, if they can make a movie about a tire, an actual tire being a bloodthirsty maniac, then I'm pretty sure we can make a movie about a slasher movie about a bed that eats. I mean, it wasn't what Deathbed was a movie. No, the tire was a movie. I don't know. You're gonna have to. I've never seen it. Put it in the chat. Unless that's what it was. Deathbed, the bed that eats. All the good ideas have been taken. Yes, Reverend Tommy, AAA will probably have to swing up there and follow behind up everyone and clean up the mess. Well, if they fail, there won't really be anything to clean up. Spoiler alert. You know how it is. You got to make the epic adventure epic, right? So, I mean, if they fail, then the whole world gets destroyed. I mean, that's the whole point, Yes, the tire movie. Oh my gosh, I can't believe this. Deathbed, the bed that eats. It was a movie. And the tire movie is called Rubber. Yes. We do need more AAA games. Yes. And that is happening when I get back. Also, I do want to share. So, my friends, I know the Patreon has been, well, let's face it, ignored for a little while. But I've been working on some stuff. I'm going to show you this. This is so we're going to send out all our Patreons get the adventure that we're going to do, this whole module, which is a big module. And they're going to get it. Yes, we have a Patreon. And I have for you with content even. Yes. Do I have maps? Yes, I have maps. Do I have monsters? I have a few monsters, but yes, I've got maps. So I'm going to throw this on here. So here's what I did. I'm working on some stuff, and I don't know if you're familiar with Pathfinder has those cards that are for terrain. Well, I have been working on stuff. Boom, this guy right here. Let me see. Bring him up here. Oh yeah. So this is the Druids layer. Let me see if we can make this happen here. Boop. Oh yeah. So right over here, spoilers. There we go. Let me see if I can. Here's the weird thing about Incarnate is it's so I'm not going to tell you where it is, but I'll so you go through the little curtains and you go through this little thing, and there's a little grow light over here so that he can grow things even inside his little cave. And here's this little bed right over here. All right. And he's got a little bench. And he's got some stuff hidden in there. So everything that's in there is in the game. And basically, so I've made these tiles, and they're going to be delivered tomorrow. So we've got the whole adventure has all these tiles, and our Patreons are going to get the PDFs. And and we actually have them for reels that we can send you as well. So we've got a ton to deliver. This is the little library. Oh, what's that? Something with tentacles? No, I'm sure it'll be fine. Yes. Some scroll work, some books, some shells, nautical theme. That rug probably needs to be replaced, but what the hey. So, yeah. So, yeah. I heard certain hidden value. Let's see. I'm just checking out the, let's see. Oh, I'll build it FG if you want to get me good quality. Oh, I have good quality art, my friend. I do. Thanks, Delani. That looks like a silhouette. Like a silhouette? I don't know what that means. Wouldn't it suck to be a druid with allergies? Probably it would. Yes. Be also, oh my gosh, a druid with allergies. You would think that druid would be able to figure out some magical way to do it, but maybe oh, certain hidden valley. Yes. Tentacles says differently. Nice. So I've got a few of those things going on there. That let me see. Oh, I wanted to, what was the other thing I was gonna show? Oh, haha, he. Okay, so oh, there we go. Let's try this. I'm gonna share this with you. Let me see. Let's stop that screen. We're gonna share this other thing again. Oh my gosh, it's so hard to not do spoilers. But let's see. I'm just gonna I know this is like a plain room, but it is really pretty, honestly. But the thing is here is that I left the middle blank. Why? Because I have something, a physical object that it's actually going to be in that room. And so yeah, so you can use these maps as for your own adventures, or you can use it with the actual module that we are putting together. So so yes. Oh, what could it be? So let's see. Ooh, oh, I like that, Reverend Tommy. Yeah, Valley of the Saints project I want to work on. Maybe by the gods themselves. Would it be haunted by gods? Is it haunted by gods, or is it inhabited by gods? There should be a show like Blue's Clues, but called Tentaclues. Mysterious creatures leave clues with its tentacles. Nice. I'm all about that. I'd be down for that. That's good. All right, I'm gonna try to find. I hope one of my. See if no. Oh wait. I'm just looking for a piece of art that I. No. Nope. That's not it either. Oh, that's it. Okay, let's see if we can get this put up here. Sorry for the delay. Yes, I want to put up a little piece of art that, so not only do we have the digital art, but what we also have is, let's see, some art that I drew myself. If I can get it. Let's see. Oh, there it is. This is probably not the best copy of this, but boop. This. For those at home, this is a drawing that I did of the mausoleum of Alexor Sharkbane Esquire. And for those of you who may have followed along with some of our adventures in the past, Alexor Sharkbane is was the leader of the cuttlefish, the original cuttlefish, 200 years ago. And then, of course, there's the new cuttlefish, which got trounced by our players. So we have a bit of backstory. And I was, I did that campaign originally. Boy, that was like so many years ago. So many years ago that, it was all supposed to happen. So I've got some of this work. It's good stuff. And, and I totally forgot about speaking of made up religions, on the bottom right-hand corner, there's a tombstone that says Thrak. And it's actually Thraknar, he's our man. If he can't do it, Thraknar can, is the chant of this cult that was trying to get Thraknar back into the world. It's blah, blah. It's a big story. It's a big, long thing. But many, many people are followers of Thraknar. And that's just, have Kitty Chaos tell you all about it. Yes, and people find how to say, it's like they find the concept of the, like, it's, Thraknar, he's our man. If he can't do it, Thraknar can. What does that mean? It's one of those mysteries of the religion. And they're like, and Kitty's like, no, I think I get it. See, if something's so difficult that no one, not even Thraknar, can do it, well, he can. He just does. Like, yeah. Anyway. Ooh, I like this. Once played Berserker Barbarian who carried himself meekly and spoke very softly, saving every bit of aggression, no matter how tiny, for his rages. Nice. I love that. I love that idea. That's great. Oh man, too good. Too good. Let's see. What else do I have to show you guys? So, like I said, so the end of the quest, if the party succeeds, so we've got a couple of different parties. So Shakespeare's going to run one. I'm going to run the other one. And then, hey, maybe one party in their world, everything goes fine. In the alternate universe, everything goes badly. Who knows? It's just like Shakespeare to kill everyone at the end, just like he does all his plays. What did you expect? What did you expect? He's just going to kill everybody. That's what he's going to do. Maybe having Shakespeare wasn't such a good idea. It'll be fine. I'm sure it'll be fine. I'll just be like, Shakespeare, comedy, not tragedy, comedy. It's a comedy. Speaking of tragedies, what happened to me last week? I got trounced. I got absolutely trounced by Banana Assassin. I mean, if I'm going to die, that's the way I want to go. Cut to pieces by a banana with a razor sharp pixie knife. Wouldn't be Shakes if he didn't. That's true. Would not be Shakes if he didn't. Let's see. So, right. So we have the feast/wake. That'll be our last night at Muncaster Castle, where it's gonna be crazy. It's gonna be crazy. I don't even know what's gonna happen. I don't know. And then we go back to Edinburgh. We're gonna make a couple of little stop-offs when we go back to Edinburgh. We're gonna go to Keswick. Got some other things in mind as well. Some secret stops. No spoilers. And then we spend one last night in Edinburgh, where we'll, explain some of the unexplained. We'll talk about some of the things that, this is what, what I do really love about, I've run LARPs before. And so, you've got all this backstory and all this crazy stuff that you can't tell anybody. And then everyone's like, okay, what happened? And so you actually get to sit around and actually talk about all those things, all those little backstories, who those people were, what was that happening. And and you kind of get the this session, the epilogue basically. And I love those because people will sit there and work on these problems and things and like for 3 straight days, and they're just like, what is happening? And there will be either like completely wrong, or they and I mean so wrong that you're like, I'm writing your idea down because it's a really good one and that's what should have happened, or they're absolutely spot on and you're like, I can't even we played these LARPs with 100 people, and it's at a convention, so you've got the weekend to play your character, and we had some people who just like literally could not get anything past these people at all, and they were like, oh no, those guys are the pretend bad guys, but really the bad guys are those guys. And then you're like, how did you know? And they're just like, yeah, I just took a wild guess. But so yes, so we're gonna have that last night back at the same place that we were before at the beginning. So we're kind of like everything kind of comes full circle, and so we're gonna reveal all the secrets, give all the talks, and then like we've got some prizes and awards and stuff like that, and some silly awards. I hope we don't have most deaths, but knowing Shakespeare, who knows? Anything's possible. Oh, I see Moot Bop is waving to someone. Lamarazzo. Well, welcome to the channel. Oh, ha. Want to be famous? Yeah, no thanks. We can boot that. Moobot, do your job. So, in the future, next year, yeah, yeah, Moobot is usually pretty on that. But anyway, in the future, yeah, we are definitely planning on doing it next year. It seems to be that most people are interested in the England thing, even though England's kind of pricey. But yeah, I mean, can't beat it. It's a place where mostly speaks the same language, and and there's castles everywhere. I mean, we could go to Germany. We could go to Italy too. I mean, that'd be awesome, really, honestly. Yeah, so I'm looking at some different stuff, ways to play it differently. Reverend Tommy does have all the power. He just seems so nice. So I just handed him all the power, gave him the keys. He could just shut me off right now if he wanted to. For a second, I thought he did because I froze on my screen. I don't know if I froze on this screen, but anyway. So yeah, we're looking at how to do it next year. There's some really cool castle I'm looking at next year that can accommodate more people, and they have a spa. Let me know if you're interested. It'll probably be same time next year, and I want to. Okay, what do I want to do? I want to spend my life playing D&D and like all around Europe. Sure. So let's make that happen, people. Chop, chop. Let's get on that. But yeah, so we're looking at future stuff. I would maybe like we plan for like in 3 years, we'll do a Sicily tour where we go to Mount Etna and go to Volcano and like go to the places that the Greeks held sacred and do like a Greek adventure, Greek D&D adventure. I would freaking love that. I don't know if anybody else is as interested in Greek history as I am or whatever, but I think it'd be really cool. Yeah. Well, let's see. So next week definitely won't be. I will be getting on a plane. So maybe I don't know. I doubt it. I will be here at all. Mab, of course, will also be heading over with us as well. So yeah, it's gonna be a good time. And then the next week, the next Tuesday, I will stream from there. 8 p.m. here is gonna be like 2 in the morning. Maybe it'll be a special early show. I don't know. Anyway, I'm gonna definitely try to go live. We'll see what happens. Yeah, maybe it'll be 6 o'clock. I don't know. I will find out because then it'll just be midnight for me, and we will just finish the game. So I'll shoot for 7. Anyway, what else? What else is happening? So we're gonna do the tour. I'm gonna stick around. Ansa and I are gonna go to a little vacation, and then we are gonna come back, and then what do I have? I have I will be 8 p.m. is 1 a.m. in Scotland. So yeah, maybe midnight. Then we'll see what happens. We'll see what happens. I don't even know how long I would be streaming, but maybe I don't even know. I have to find out if there's internet where we're gonna be. So can I even stream? Who even knows? We'll find out. But what do we got? We'll be coming back near the middle end of July. I will be at the very brand new Ocean City, Maryland Renaissance Fair. It's actually kind of a Renaissance event, but it's I think it's actually in a hotel. So all weather Renaissance Fair. I think it'll be fun. It'll be great. It'll be a ton of fun. And then headed off to Gen Con. Oh yeah. I cannot wait to go to Gen Con. It's gonna be awesome. I've got a stack of D21s to sell, and I'm gonna do my own show. We'll see what happens. Let me know if any of you are gonna actually happen to be at Gen Con as well, and we will absolutely have a little meetup. It's gonna be great. It's gonna be tons of fun. So yeah, I cannot wait to go. It's been literally, I went there, was it 2019? I want to say 2019. And then COVID happened. Wait, was it 2018? It was 2018. And then 2019 was canceled. Right. 2019, 2020, 21. Now that seems like too many years. All right, I don't know. I'll look it up. It was either 2019 or I think it was 2019. Anyway, going back, gonna have some fun. I'm working on some new show stuff that is D&D related, even more D&D related than my other stuff, and we're gonna have a great time. Oh my gosh, I cannot wait. 68,000 attendees in 2019. Then I must have been there. Yeah, it was great. Oh my gosh. If y'all have not been to a gaming convention, if you have not been to Gen Con, it's a different world. Of course, obviously it's interesting. Dragon Con is like Dragon Con's huge, but it is like the fans are having their own convention. And then Gen Con is like the people who are in the trade are having, it's like it's more of like a trade show, weirdly, than anything else. But hey, nothing wrong with that. I was stunned by the small amount of cosplayers. There was literally like dozen cosplayers there, whereas like Dragon Con is like nothing but cosplayers. But anyway, everybody's got to have a hobby. I freaking loved going to Dragon Con, but as my juggling career expanded, that's a 3-day weekend for juggling, and I dare say I can't afford to miss that weekend of work, sadly. But maybe sometime in the future. However, Gen Con, I'm down like a clown. yeah, well, golly, what else? So after I get back from Gen Con, that is when we start up. There's a new campaign. The new campaign. Which I haven't even settled on who the players are yet, so we'll find out real soon. I'll be working on it this whole time. I'll probably, yeah, we'll see what happens. Anyway. Oh, this year at the Quilt and Sewing Expo, they're booking more cosplay-focused booths. A couple demos in October. That's really interesting, actually. At the quilting. I mean, sure. Why not? That makes sense. Will it be more people from Maryland? Perhaps. We do have a lot of people that I got my eye on some people that I would like to have put in, and it just depends on their availability, because I would like this campaign to run from August all the way into Louisiana, which is to middle of December. So that same campaign, August, September, October, November, and half of December. So that's a pretty long commitment. So we'll see who's available. We'll see what happens. I don't know. Well, my friends, let me know if you have any other questions. I was like, well, I have some. We could chat about all the weird, wacky people that I've created in the town of Ravenglass. I don't know. There's all sorts of stuff, but oh man. Well, as soon as we do this adventure, the Patreons will just get the download of all the information. So yeah, there's all sorts of stuff at every level. We'll get all the Patrons different stuff. Most everybody's just going to get the whole thing. So where do baby dragons come from? Where do baby dragons come from? Well, shade dragons come from a whole different place. But you'll have to ask Romulus about that. I was just about to say that. All right. Well, my friends, I'm so glad that you're all here and hanging out. I have got to finish some prep work for the tour. And thanks for sticking around, hanging out. Like I said, Red Adventures, we are going to be doing more D&D tours in the future. Also, we have already been doing the basic tour. When is the fabled banana versus hammer fight? I got to nail TJ down to some time here. And things are happening all sorts of places. Things are happening. I got to nail that guy. He is super busy. So I'm just going to have that hammer and that banana. They're going to have to, I don't know, maybe that hammer ended up in a different plane. Who knows? So yeah, we got to do it. Right. So like I said, Red Adventures, we're thrilled to be getting back to touring. We're going to do the D&D tour. It's going to be a ton of fun. I'm going to take tons of videos. So we're going to be able to see all the things going on. And I know. I got to nail that guy down. He's just impossible. He's got all his martial arts stuff and all that other stuff. So yeah, well, we'll be back. We've got more shows coming up. I've got some other things in the works. Some new shows coming up. We got some more people who want to be part of the Nat 21 family, and it's going to be a good time. So, my friends, until then, I hope to see you next time. Like I said, we've got all the shows are coming up this week. Let me see. We have, of course. I'm going to get those pictures right in a sec. Oh, right. We've got Crafting with the Crew tomorrow morning. Tomorrow at 12:30. We have Writing with Songs with Shakespeare Thursday morning. We got Jammed with Mike Neistel. We've got Gothic Horror Gaming also on Thursday nights. And then Monday swings us back around with Lady Prudence. Live music and fun. So we've got all sorts of wacky stuff happening on this channel this week. So stick around, my friends, and find out. It's going to be grand. And until then, let me see. Electrified pickle. Ugh. Until then, my friends, this has been Nat 21 Adventures. I can't wait to see you all again and to send you some videos straight from Muncaster Castle. So, my friends, have a great night. Once again, when a natural 20 won't do, you definitely are going to need a Nat 21. Thanks a lot, everybody.